race. What a run around this track, huh? Welcome to Dover International Speedway, more commonly known as the Monster Mile to race fans around the country. This 1 mile concrete track brings in the best and brings out the best of the racers of NASCAR. We're here in Dover, the capital city of Delaware. And on today's show, I'm gonna take you on a little spin around the state, just like I took a spin around the track. We'll start right here in Dover. We're gonna go over and take a tour of the state capitol, show you some of the history, spend some time with John Sisson, the CEO of the transit system here, and since he's retiring, his incoming replacement. Then we'll take you up to Wilmington, where we'll have a fabulous lunch at the state's most famous restaurant inside the Hotel DuPont, named for one of its most famous citizens. And we'll spend some time with one of America's top corporate governance experts to explain why Delaware is known as America's corporate capital. Then we're gonna head down to the beaches where we'll have some fun, show some Trasher's French fries, the Boardwalk, all that in this first state of America where they first signed the Constitution. The transit system here is amazing because unlike any other state I know of, they run border to border, one transit system covering the whole state. Come with us now on this journey across America's first state, Delaware, on Transit Unplugged TV. Wow, Gary, this is amazing. So this is where all the action happens, huh?
This is it. If you've won the race, this is where you end up. If you're lucky enough to survive 400 miles around this place, about 4 hours of action, you pull in here and you can't mistake the fact that you've won one of the most coveted trophies in all of the sport.
Yeah, and living close by in Maryland, to be honest with you, this is what people think about when they think about the state of Delaware. Is this race.
We take a ton of pride in hosting really Delaware's only major league consistent sporting events.
Well, thanks for sharing with us some of the adrenaline rush that we get here. You took us inside the media center, and tell us about that for a second. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, right behind us is the media center, and that's where everything that happens on the property gets reported out of. So when a fan in Omaha is sitting at home watching the race, they're learning about it from the media and the reporters that are working right behind us in that building. And so there's really always something going on. It's a neat experience to have that perspective from the inside looking out, to be able to experience a NASCAR race from this seat is one that we take a lot of pride in and that we're proud to be able to deliver to folks.
Absolutely. All right, now let's take a race around the rest of the state of Delaware. Here in Dover, the legislature meets 6 months out of the year here in Legislative Hall. They represent the state of Delaware as part-time legislators. It was the same legislators, though, a long time ago in 1787. They were the first ones in America to ratify the U.S. Constitution.
Okay, Paul, so this is our capital now, has been since 1933. We are bicameral, which means we have a Senate and a House. We are in the Senate. So here's our state of Delaware.
Yes.
We have 21 Senate districts.
Okay.
There's about 45,000 people in each district. So here they are.
Well, these are all the senators, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
We are divided majority-minority. It's tradition. Majority sits by the window. The majority right now
They get
is
the light,
Democrat.
huh?
Yes.
All right, now we're in the House, huh?
House. In the House, we have 41 seats. So we
Okay.
take the state of Delaware, divide it into 41 districts. There's about 22,000 people in each district. So you see where the dense population is. The person who runs the show here is Speaker of the House.
Well, Paul, welcome to Delaware Transit Corporation, the operator of DART First States, our Dover Administration and Maintenance and Operations building. I understand you've been checking out the state so far a little bit.
Yeah, it's been great, John. Thanks for hosting us. You got a great staff. They've done an amazing work. So tell us some about the agency itself, because you're very unique.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a statewide agency.
So the Delaware Transit Corporation was formed in 1995 to run statewide public transit for the entire state of Delaware. Why we're a small state, we're a little bit diverse state. So up in Newcastle County, we have the city of Wilmington, which is a key city actually in the country because it's where a lot of companies are incorporated in Delaware, and they do a lot of business there. But we're almost a little bit of a suburb of Philadelphia. We have our SEPTA services that come in, rail services that come in and help us connect the metropolitan area, Philadelphia and Wilmington and South Jersey.
So John, you and I have known each other a while. We're kind of neighbors, neighboring
Yeah.
states here. You've been CEO for over a decade here. I heard a rumor you might be retiring.
Yeah, so the rumors are true.
Okay.
I am retiring beginning of July.
We have something interesting kind of on the Northeast United States. There's a bunch of state agencies like New Jersey Transit, CT Transit, Delaware, Maryland, that are state agencies.
Yes.
How does that work?
So it's really cool. So as a CEO of Delaware Transit Corporation, I report directly to the Secretary of Transportation, Shante Hastings. And I sit at the table with the DelDOT leadership team, and we truly try to integrate into a multimodal transportation network. It creates partnerships, whether it's through snow removal and the department's making sure they prioritize bus routes to get cleared and do those types of things. Just this morning, I sat on a value engineering committee for a roadway expansion project to make sure that pedestrian, transit, multimodal aspects of highway projects are being really considered and thought into what we do.
That's great. Well, this has been great, John. I know we're going to hang out some
Yeah.
today. You're going to show me around some other sites, and I'm excited to talk to your incoming CEO.
Great idea.
All right, thanks, brother.
Paul.
Yeah. Well, Lilia, excited to have you here on the show with us. This is like your first week, right?
My third day.
Third day. Wow.
Third day.
This is an exciting time, right? Have you ever been a CEO before, and what are you excited about?
This is my first run as a CEO. I have been a deputy CEO. I've been chief operating officer, but I've grown in my career, and it's been valuable experience, a lot of learning. And but I'm really excited about living in Delaware, learning about Delaware, and there's definitely different changes as far as legislature from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Yeah.
But the most exciting part is really learning this system here, and I'm really excited about the collaboration with DelDOT and how we work together. I mean, it's been a very warm welcome, and I really love the feel that the employees and everyone has, the way that everyone has embraced me. So
That's
It's
great.
been very nice.
Something that's really great, I think, I would have loved to have had this when I was a CEO. You've got a month to overlap with John. So he's kind of showing you the ropes and introducing you to everybody. How is that, having a month where you can kind of come in and work alongside the CEO as he begins to retire?
It's an interesting question. I think that agencies normally try to build a succession plan, and to have this is really an honor to be able to work with John and to have that seamless transition and to be able to see and learn about projects that are ongoing, and also things that are pressing at this time, and then our pinch points and also our successes. And so I want to be able to lead and to follow through with that, so therefore we don't have that gap. So in my 22 years in the transportation industry, this is the first time I've had this valuable experience, and so therefore I hope to be able to continue to advocate for to have something like this for the future.
What's this, Azim?
Oh, that's Dartley. That's
All right. Hey, Dartley. Good to see you. Wow, I love it. Your own mascot for the agency, huh?
that's right.
Wow. How do you use the mascot?
So we use it for any events, external events where we go on outreach, just kind of promoting it, community services, visiting schools, things of that nature. We actually have Malaysia here.
Hey, Malaysia. Good to see you. All right, brother. Way to bring you love. Now we're down in the center part of the state in Kent County, and this is where Dover is, the capital of the state. And a tradition here for over 90 years is Spence's Bazaar. I've got a lot of family in this area. I grew up coming here all the time. It's great Amish food and kind of a big flea market that's open several days a week. Let's come on inside and enjoy it. Hey, Mike, this is great, man. We're at the Claymont Transportation Center here, and this is the first station of your commuter rail line that you connect between SEPTA, Philadelphia, and Delaware, right?
That's correct. So here in Delaware, we have a partnership with SEPTA, and we offer commuter rail service between our southernmost station in Newark Also hits a couple stations up to the city of Wilmington. We have a station. The one that we're at here is the Claymont Transportation Center. And then you can take this R2 Newark Wilmington line all the way to Center City of Philadelphia.
That's a great service you guys sponsor with SEPTA. How would someone ride?
Well, Paul, it's really quite simple. So you'd find this train schedules on our website or SEPTA's website. There's 18 trains a day, 9 trains on the weekends, and you can use the SEPTA key card system. It's like a multi-pass type of deal. That's probably the most convenient way for the customer to pay.
All right, that was great information. Now I actually want to get on the train and ride down to Wilmington. I got one question. How do I get there?
Oh, it's quite easy. Here's the train.
All right, let's get on board. That was fun. I love getting on trains. So this is an easy ride. Like, how many people ride a day?
We average about 650 people on an average weekday.
Like between Philadelphia and Delaware?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So we got on at the first station in the first state.
That's right.
In Claymont. And then where do we go next?
Wilmington Station.
Okay.
In Wilmington.
Gotcha. That's like the big Amtrak station, right?
That's correct. That's
Yeah.
correct. You can connect with Amtrak there. There's actually a Greyhound bus across the street as well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And then the next 2 stations after that?
We have a station in Churchman's Crossing, which connects you with Delaware Park, one of our casinos. And then the final station is in Newark, connects you with the University of Delaware.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm going there later on. So tell me about your job is facilities, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So tell me about some of the facilities that DART operates.
So DART operates service in all 3 counties. We've got facilities in Newcastle County. We have 3 fairly large maintenance garages here for our vehicles, and then we have a facility in Kent County, again for our
Which is the
vehicle
Dover area,
maintenance.
the central part
That's
of the state.
correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. And then in Sussex County, we have 3 facilities down there as well for vehicle maintenance.
Yeah, one of the unique things about DART that we're focusing on that I love about it is that you're one of the only ones that operates a statewide service.
That's
it's
right.
one transit agency, usually in one city. But here, you're covering a big city, Wilmington, your capital city, and then also all the service down at the beaches. I mean, and everything in between.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Sure is unique. So the paratransit service, right? I mean, that's most of our revenue vehicles are paratransit vehicles. So we have to have our maintenance garages sort of spread out throughout the state to be able to cover our statewide paratransit service.
That's great. So you've got commuter rail, you've got big bus, and you've got paratransit covering border to border, basically.
Pretty much. Yep.
That's amazing, man. Well, I can't wait to hop off at the Joe Biden station. I use that station all the time on Amtrak to go to New York and New Jersey, One Penn Plaza, and all that stuff. It's a great way. I actually rode that to Boston a couple months ago.
kidding.
Yeah, right out of Delaware. That's where I go all the time. It's a great, easy way to ride.
It sure is. Yeah.
I love these grand old train stations, with the brass finery and all that.
Yeah. So, Paul, this is a Frank Furness design station. Frank
Okay.
Furness was a early 20th century architect. He did a lot of transportation facilities. This one was recently restored about a decade and a half ago.
Yeah, it
great
looks
example.
great, man. So the commuter train comes right in here to the Amtrak station. You can buy your Amtrak tickets online. There's more information right behind you. I come here all the time, like I mentioned, and I always end up in the cafe to get some coffee on my way out. And just steps outside the front door of the Amtrak station, you walk across the street, and you're at DART's Wilmington Transit Center. It's a great connection point where you've got Amtrak and SEPTA commuter rail trains connected in with a local bus service to connect back and forth between the two. A great intermodal hub. Inside the Hotel DuPont is this fantastic restaurant, and I'm drinking the Hotel DuPont drink. This is a classic milk punch with its origins going back over 200 years. Cheers. That is sweet and smooth. While we wait for the piece de resistance, which is coming in just a moment, we're going to try out their lemon panna cotta. This has biscottis, hyssop, and lemon curd. Let's try it out. It's great. It's sweet and tart at the same time, and it fills your mouth with flavor. All right, we got the croque monsieur, which is coming in, which is a sandwich with Paris ham and cheese and a great egg on top. Dip a little egg yolk. Check it out. Oh, baby. That is fantastic. The umami flavor that fills your mouth, it's just, you're gonna have to try this if you come here. Inside La Cavier, the restaurant, which is known for its French food and French pastries, we're gonna enjoy a great dessert. Tell us about the dessert.
This is our famous mandolins, which is covered with honey, nuts, and chantilly sauce. One of our specials at La Cave restaurant.
Very nice.
Hope you folks enjoy it, and let me know the outcome of it.
It's really good. It's, you can taste the honey. It's a great little, like a sweet bread with it. And the cream, it's a light dessert, not super heavy. It's great for the end of a meal here.
I just want to give you a little bit of history about the hotel.
Okay.
And a little reason why, it was built. It was actually built because of the DuPont company. Their corporate headquarters was here in Wilmington, and Wilmington really didn't have a great hotel. And the DuPonts were big in the gunpowder business, making a vast fortune and then moving into the chemical business. And they had a lot of customers coming into Wilmington, and they needed a hotel that would fit all their customers. So they built this beautiful building here. Their corporate headquarters was on the other side of the building, so they made it very easy to people to come and visit and do business with. And that was the whole preface of the Hotel DuPont. Built in 1913 with 145 rooms. Later on, it was such a success that they added another 150 rooms on, and the gold ballroom that we're going to go see, which is a very special room. So let's go down. So we're actually going down 2 stories underground.
Oh, wow.
Here
I can feel
into
it's
the
getting
ballroom.
cooler.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
you go in here. And this is the foyer area, and then we're going to go into the main room here as we go through.
Wow.
You
This is
can just
fantastic,
see
Tom. Yeah.
this room.
Regal.
So here, this is called the gold ballroom, and for reasons why everything is done in gold. And this room took 5 years to construct. And basically what the artists were, which worked in this room, it's called sgraffito work. So on the walls that you see around the room here, you'll see this plaster. There's 5 layers of colored plaster, and the artists that took the time to scrape and etch with their tools to get the depictions that you see in the walls that go all the way around the room. You'll see beautiful ladies carved into the walls. They're doing all kinds of musical things, jovial things. So this was a room to come in, enjoy, dance, have a good time, eat, and enjoy.
Wilmington also has a great sports entertainment complex. Right behind me, you can see the Blue Rock Stadium minor league baseball team. I've been in there, it's awesome in there. And then just over the way, there's a minor league basketball team affiliated with the Philadelphia 76ers, and their name is the Delaware Bluecoats. We're here in front of the Port of Wilmington, Delaware, outside the city of Wilmington, right here at a DART bus stop. Pretty cool, huh? Guess what happens in there? They're the #1 importer of bananas in this country. They've got access to half the North American market through here in overnight travel. It's got 5,000 jobs here, hundreds of millions of dollars of economic impact. It's one of the parts that make Delaware so special. Wow, this has been great, man. I mean, I bet you this place fills up with people when you got big events, huh?
This place is jam-packed. I mean, even on the outside of the Riverwalk, you see folks hanging out, listening to the music, enjoying. As the summer weather breaks, the events just come out left and right. There's events probably every night during the summertime, and this place is one happening place. So there is always something happening on the riverfront. Currently, there's some construction happening, but there's usually constitutional yards that have events there. There's festivals throughout the whole city. Folks come down here at the riverfront. Sometimes they usher down here after an event just to come to the riverfront and have some food or have some drinks and just chill out.
Welcome, Paul, to the University of Delaware. We're sitting here at Lerner College, the Business and Economics School. here at the University of Delaware, and I run the John L. Weinberg Center for Corporate Governance, which is right here as well. So
Good.
welcome.
You're the perfect person I need to talk to.
Oh, good.
So, we're doing the show on Delaware, and everybody around here knows Delaware is like America's corporate capital. I think like 2/3 of the Fortune 500 companies are here. So you're the perfect guy to answer why. Why is that? Why is this the corporate capital?
Well, it's been that way for 100 years. And,
Okay.
and the short answer originally was that New Jersey used to be the corporate capital, and then it gave up the privilege because it started to crack down on business and do a lot of things that were unfriendly to business. Delaware said, well, what if we copied their old approach and maybe they'll come here? And that's what happened. So Delaware copied the original New Jersey approach, which was very flexible, so businesses could organize themselves here and then pick and choose the governance devices that best suited them. Size of the board, composition of the board, frequency of meetings, shareholder voice, shareholder voting, on and on down the list. Delaware made it very flexible for companies to choose from a menu of options, so companies could tailor their governance system to suit themselves. And then the state built up around that a very skilled judiciary. So when participants had disputes about how those rules would work, they could go to those courts and get very sophisticated, informed, impartial rulings about who should win. And so that just has been a compounding machine for the state of Delaware, the combination of flexible rules and then really skilled judges has been magic, and just sort of gets hard for other states to copy after a long period of time. We also have a very good corporate bar, so it's a fun field to practice in for lawyers. So very skilled corporate lawyers like to practice in Delaware, and it's obviously just a beautiful state. So
that's interesting. So you've got like the corporate governance side, the laws, then you've got a court system, and you've got good lawyers. Is the court system that court of chancery I've heard about?
Yes, exactly. It's the Court of Chancery, which is a couple centuries old, actually. But, and it was the group of lawyers, sophisticated lawyers who became judges who would resolve these disputes. And what's special about that court is that it doesn't sit with a jury. So it's just the judge herself or himself, again, a fluent business person, lawyer, who is able to understand, think about the evidence, think about the arguments, weigh it very carefully. It's also it's known as a court of equity, which basically means that it is equipped to grant any remedy imaginable. So not just an award of damages, but a mandate to perform some act called a order of specific performance, or to prevent some act called an injunction. And so it's got a wide range of remedies to try to do justice, to do equity in particular cases. And so that's been a really valuable part of the arsenal. And one additional thing it's also important to note is we also do have a Supreme Court of Delaware. It's much younger. It's 75 years old this year. We're celebrating that actually tonight. So it took a long time for the state to figure out, we should have an organized, a proper appellate court, because Chancery had just done it on its own. And but 75 years ago, it decided, we ought to have an appellate court just like all the other states have done. And that court is also very sophisticated in business. It takes this corporate franchise very seriously. The judges, while they are generalists, they must know about criminal law and real estate and so on. Most of the time are also very skilled in corporate law. So that adds a layer of sophistication that helps to explain the state's leadership in that area.
So Mark, I'm wearing my safety yellow today because we're going to talk about safety. When I was coming here, I noticed on 95 there was cones out of workers and safety zones. Is that what you guys do?
Absolutely. We have a lot of work zones going on around the state. We have a lot of work to do to implement safety projects, asset management, resiliency projects, et cetera.
Yeah, that's really interests me. The lower speed, the 5% reduction in speed when people know there's a camera there, right? The Hawthorne effect, when you know you're being watched, it adjusts your behavior. But also that big reductions. I heard that it's something like 46% reduction in accidents in your initial pilot program. That's fantastic. I think about being a worker out there on the side of the road, people going by you 70 miles per hour. Man, that's a little scary. People can get hurt, and this is really helping them, isn't it?
Absolutely. We're seeing anywhere from a 5 to 6 mile an hour reduction in speeds. through our various work zones where we've now implemented the speed safety program. And the other thing is their speed reduction, as you mentioned, it's because we're telling people that this is out there. We're not trying to hide this from anybody. We are completely transparent about this. We want people to know what we're doing and that the automated enforcement is set up. We do press releases, we do social media, we talk to the press whenever the press wants to talk about it. And of course, we have at least 6 signs coming into these work zones, the static signs, as well as the variable message signs and the speed signs that tell you how fast you're going. So we are doing everything we can to tell you that this is an area, it's a work zone, we really need you to slow down. Again, we have an unusual situation. The work zone by definition is not normal conditions, so it's going to be a little unusual.
That's great. Well, sounds like you got it all thought out, man. Thanks again for telling us something about it today. It's important, not just for the motorists, but for the workers on the side of the road.
100% agree. Thanks for having me.
Claude, we're here at the Newark train station. This morning, I got to ride the commuter rail down to Wilmington. This is the end of the line in Newark, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So here's our opportunity to talk about Dart Connect. Tell us about your microtransit service and how it's going.
Well, Dart Connect is our foray into microtransit. We've piloted in a couple different counties. We're now expanding it into the Newark, Wilmington area. As you know, post-COVID, fixed route ridership has declined. So this is our opportunity to help our customer base get where they need to go and still provide service that we're declining or scaling back on the fixed route side.
Gotcha. So how does it work? You download the Dart Transit app and then what?
Download the Dart Transit app, you can pay for it, you can schedule your trip, and you jump on and the Dart Connect vehicle can come pick you up and we'll get you to your destination.
So it's not just for the elderly or people with disabilities, it's for anyone?
No, anyone in that zone who wants a trip can book it through the app and get on Dart Connect.
That's great, thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome.
So Paul, this is our new 4-bay expansion to our mid-county maintenance facility in Newcastle. This expansion was paid for through funding that we received in the 2019 Grants for Buses and Bus Facilities program.
Oh yeah.
It's about $5.5 million. It's going to enable us to service more buses here in our, as I had mentioned, our rapidly expanding southern Newcastle County, Middletown area.
So we're here at one of the facilities, but you've got 6 totally in the state, right?
That's correct.
How many fixed route buses, paratransit vehicles, etc. do you have, Claude?
Well, I have about 535.
Fixed route buses?
Fixed and para.
Oh, fixed and para, okay.
About 288 para, and the remaining are fixed route buses.
And the rail is what you kind of contract with SEPTA for, right?
That's correct.
This is our mid-county maintenance facility. It's in Newcastle, Delaware, and here we service both fixed route and paratransit buses.
Okay.
We have about 115 buses at this location, and we just recently celebrated a ribbon cutting for our new 4-bay maintenance facility addition.
So Paul, right now we are at our paratransit location where our paratransit vehicles are housed. Also, this is where the fueling station is, and we are completely fueled by propane fuel.
Very nice.
Yes, our whole fleet of paratransit is fueled with propane.
And what else you have here?
So over here is our wash bay, and back and behind us is mainly where all the paratransit vehicles are housed for Newcastle County.
That's great. And is this the main kind of paratransit facility for the whole state?
Absolutely. Our scheduling, a lot of the stuff is done through paratransit, putting people on the road through paratransit, Newcastle County.
And now for a little history lesson about the state of Delaware. Over my shoulder, you'll see a famous guy, William Penn. Pennsylvania is named after him. He came here in 1701 and founded it here, and there's a courthouse we're going to go see over there. This is called the Newcastle Common. This is where it all started. Now we're going to tell you where it broke apart. Behind me is the historic Delaware Newcastle Courthouse. This is where Delaware became Delaware. Exactly 250 years ago from today, when we're standing here filming this, in June of 1776, leaders from the 3 counties met in this courthouse and made a decision. They were going to break away from England, and they were also going to break away from Pennsylvania and create their own state. here in 1776. Then later in 1787, Delaware became famous in American history because its representatives were the first to sign the U.S. Constitution to start this country as a real nation. This is your travel tip using transit. I'm here with John Sisson, the CEO of DART, and you guys run bus service to the beach, right? To Rehoboth and Lewis?
We do. We're here at the Lewis Transit Center in Lewis, Delaware. It's right next to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Hundreds of thousands of people vacation here every year, and we run our beach bus service May through September that provides quick, easy, convenient, and cheap way to get to the Rehoboth Boardwalk or other beaches. So to go to Rehoboth Boardwalk, you hop on the 201 at either here at the Lewis Transit Center or the Rehoboth Park and Ride. You zoom out on the bus lane down Coastal Highway to the boardwalk. You don't pay $4 an hour for parking. You can use a DART Pass app to pay for your fares. It's quick, it's easy, it's fast, and it's cheap, and it's the way to go. Enjoy some rays, have some pizza on the boardwalk, some French fries, do whatever you want. The fun land, all the great things down there.
So John, what's this?
So this is our push to talk for next trip. So anyone with a visual impairment who might not be able to see our digital screens can hit this and get an audible announcement of when their next bus is coming. And it's really helpful for those with visual impairment.
So she's running through the routes that are right there.
All the routes that are serving here, and the next one coming for that route will be announced through this audio announcement.
That's really cool, man. John, what's this? Is Dartley going to ride with us?
This is our mascot, Dartley. He's going to show us the way to the Rehoboth Boardwalk. Come on, Dartley.
Come on, Dartley. Trey, I know a statewide agency like this, you go into a lot of the jurisdictions like Rehoboth, and do you all have special working relationships with the cities and the local jurisdictions?
Absolutely. DART, we actually have a resort advisory committee where we invite all the local communities, especially down here from Rehoboth, Lewis. We invite Bethany, Fenwick, and Ocean City, and we all meet twice a year, and we talk about our services, what they need, so we can make sure that we're meeting what they desire for the bus to do.
Yeah.
So it's been very helpful.
What's this deal up here, John?
So that's our infotainment system. We installed it a few years ago, and it's really a tool to help us communicate with our customers. You know, as a former transit CEO, how to connect with your customers is challenging. And so this does a lot of different things. Traditionally, buses have audio announcements, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, this brings visual to it as well. So if someone has a hearing impairment, they'll see the things that the bus is saying. It also allows us to, put alerts out about public hearings or things very specific to a route. You can put a route detour for a very specific route up there.
Oh, yeah. All right. Here we are. Dartley, right down to the beach. It's great. John, so you delivered, baby. We're right here.
Fast, convenient, and cheap way to the beach.
And it's right at the boardwalk.
Right.
Normally when I park down a half a mile. I got to walk it. Yeah, this is great. John, we're on the boardwalk at Rehoboth, I know you've spent a lot of time here. My family's been down here a lot of times. I love it. A mile-long boardwalk, 150-year tradition. Your family come here a lot to vacation?
All the time. I raised my daughter coming down here Rehoboth Beach, going to Funland, eating all the boardwalk food, getting candy at Candy Kitchen. I don't want to go back to work today. I'm craving some Thrasher's fries.
Okay, well, let's get over.
You got to know something about Thrasher's.
Okay, what's the deal?
No ketchup.
No ketchup?
Oh, no ketchup. You can use vinegar, but no ketchup.
Yeah. So this is it, huh, John?
This is it. This is Thrasher's Boardwalk fries. No ketchup allowed. You can add vinegar if you want. I don't think it even needs vinegar. These things are delicious, with or without.
Dude.
They're fantastic. A little hot.
Yeah.
And just be careful.
What's
that?
that?
Little seagulls around here. They like to snack.
They'll come right out?
Yeah, and they bite.
Transit Unplugged TV is the only show that takes you to amazing cities around the world, shows you their food, fun, and culture, and the public transportation that ties it all together. If you like this show and you like what you're watching, give us a like and subscribe on Transit Unplugged TV on YouTube. And you too can be a transit evangelist.
Oh, get gnarly in there.
So we're on our way walking over to the Greek festival to go here. We park this is a famous historic landmark. It's called the WIST. The first Surgeon General of the Army started this place, and now it's a private dining and social club. And Larissa, didn't you go here? Weren't you in here one time?
Yes, I've actually eaten here, Paul.
Wow.
And have crab feast here. It's very nice. A lot of original hardwood floors, stairwell. It's an amazing mansion.
It looks like it from the outside, man. It's fantastic. All right, now let's go over to the Greek Festival and have some fun. All right, we're at the Greek Festival. Tell me about it.
So we're at the Greek Festival every year in June. The first week of June is a big festival. Greek food, music, fun, family, culture. It's a great way to kick off the summer.
Yeah. And then next week is the Italian one.
Next week is the Italian Festival, 2 blocks over, starting actually on Sunday.
Wow.
So the Italian Festival is the same. Food, games. Actually, the Italian Festival, there's rides. So there's rides, food, game, all.
All right, ready? What an amazing time we've had here in Delaware, America's first state. From the state capitol to the Dover Raceway to Wilmington, a major city which is the corporate capital of America, to here in one of America's favorite beach towns in Rehoboth. We've shown you how public transit ties it all together with CEO John Sisson and the amazing DTC DART system. Thanks for being with us on this episode of Transit Unplugged TV.